Pardon my opinions. Pardon our opinions. I've been going a while.
Yeah, it's your opinion today.
My opinion. What is going on? How are y'all today, man? It's been a tiring week.
Man,
I've been tired this week, man. I've been tired. But I'm awake now. I missed you guys. How you guys doing, brother? Brother, we've been gone.
Man, I feel like I've been on vacation or something.
You've been gone, man.
I've been on vacation and ain't went nowhere.
Carrie, you've been gone, maybe working and stuff like that, man. You've been where you been at?
I tell you, I messed my car up.
Chicago streets would do that.
You don't want to hear that, man.
Boy, I hit a pothole. I basically went in a pothole and came out of it. And when I came out, my car wasn't the same.
Not a good look.
Your car wasn't in China? You went in that pothole and came out in China?
That's not a good look.
It was man.
You hit it, be like, ouch.
Yeah, it was like
yeah, that's
you had to drive your car to the hospital.
I was like, man, I thought about it. I said, if I get out of this one, this car is a tank.
That's that sound of death right there when you hit that one.
Yeah, and it's not a tank. So,
man.
So that's my week been looking like. The
F word, you Chicago, for your potholes never fixing. So
it didn't happen in Chicago. It happened in Chicago Heights.
Hey, you should have called Domino's. I think they still got that national.
Domino's they fix the pothole.
Fix the pothole thing. They had that program last year. I don't know. You should
wait. Domino's Pizza?
Yeah, they had a program last year that you call
it. They fixed the
pothole.
Really?
Yeah.
How did your open house go? How did that go?
It went well. Open house went well.
Okay.
It was a nice turnout.
KV Spas.
Yeah. So 4073 West 183rd. Come get these hands. Y'all be in y'all afterglow.
I want to ask. I don't know if anybody else asked you. Where does the name come from? Here we go. Here we go. I knew it was gonna be something deep.
It's an acronym.
All right. So the K stands for control. The V stands for vibrations.
And you want this dude rubbing on your wife? Control vibrations, rubbing on my wife. Hey man, I've officially fired you from being her masseuse. You can't rub on my. You can rub on somebody I know. You can't rub on
actually a massage therapist, man.
Hey
by
man,
the way.
Hey man.
She never got to the table. How you already fired?
You heard what he just said. Right?
Control.
I'm gonna vibrate her. That's some soul in your soul type of stuff, brother.
Hey man.
Control vibrations. Hey, y'all hear this, right? This the woman whisperer.
Listen, we got nice female therapists for you, man. I'm telling you, they cold too.
She gotta get the woman.
Look, I'm telling you, one of our clients, he's contemplating flying one of our female therapists out, or either coming here every month because he just happened to be in town.
Wow.
I'm telling you, we got some cold therapists.
That's love, man.
For real.
That sounds like some.
Pac-Man, what's up, man? How your week, man? What's up?
My week been good. I actually transitioned to a new career this week.
What?
Started off the year. Yeah, I did.
What you doing there?
I'm back in banking, consumer banking now. So
consumer banking.
Yeah. So,
man, if you don't know Pac-Man, I follow Pac-Man's story. I think Pac-Man has done every job under the moon and stuff like that. I think you're an assassin on the weekend, Pac-Man. That's what Pac-Man do.
Jake from Scandal. That's what
you're doing, man. You slipping pills in people's drinks and stuff like that, murdering people. That's what, because Pac-Man is like, what you doing for? What do you do for a living, Pac-Man? Oh, I work here. The next week I work there, and I'm like, oh, okay. He got a job. He keep a job, but it's just he got a bunch of.
I don't think I transitioned that much. But
I think since I've known you, you've had about a bunch of jobs, brother.
Since you know me, probably in the last 5 years, probably 3 jobs.
Totally different jobs.
Totally different. I was working towards getting work-life balance, for my family, and everything like that. And I finally achieved it, and I'm happy in the position.
Hey, that's the reason why I'm in school right now, so I can get the 9 to 5 weekends off, be with your people, stuff like that. Yeah, my weekend was longer than it needed to be, but it was cool, man. Yeah. Got some great stories from doing Uber. I picked up a passenger yesterday. Her name was Ocean. That was Ocean.
A legal name?
That was her name, Ocean.
That's deep. That's nice.
You know what side I was on was when I picked up Ocean, but I picked up Ocean. I picked up a couple of different people. I had to pick up a couple people from the county like last week. Just got out of jail. And then girl called them an Uber and stuff like that. And they tell you their whole story in 13 minutes. And it made me appreciate not being. I don't go to jail. I appreciate the fact that I stay free for pretty much my life and stuff like that. But somebody should have told me that Uber comes with a lot of stories.
Oh, a lot of stories. You never seen taxi cab confection?
I mean, I thought that was fake though. I thought people just tell it to taxi cab drivers and stuff like that.
That's hilarious.
And white people like to touch you a lot. Don't touch me. I like to. How you doing? I didn't ask you to touch me.
They touch.
They're very touchy. I don't even look like a person that you want to touch. Like I'm approachable like that. But they get to telling their story. Like, how you touch your shoulder? Don't touch me, man. Don't touch me. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for the touches cost you money, man. Give me like $5-$6 to touch my shoulder, man. I don't know what's going on.
You gotta get that tip, right?
So this week we're gonna dive into it. Before we do, we're gonna pay some, talk about these bills we paying. 708-223-8953, IntellectualRadio.com. We're talking about a couple of things in a minute. K&V Spas, man. Tell them where you at.
4073 West 183rd Street. Country Club Hills, Illinois. We right in the middle of the Heritage Plaza.
Come out there and check my man out.
Get those hands.
Get them hands. We've been off a couple of weeks, so we're gonna dive into some subjects that's been going on Facebook and in life. Cardi B admitting to drugging men and robbing them. The argument I've seen with this is she didn't do nothing wrong. You came looking for a stripper or a hooker and you got what you deserved. Like, black men deserve to be robbed. Black men ain't really victims. I don't think that people think that black men are really victims. Like, things happen to us is more or less like, better take that on the shoulder and keep on moving, that type of stuff. Yeah. What do y'all think?
I think a lot of that position come from, black women in a situation that another black woman is being cheated on.
Yeah.
So they try to normalize it by saying like, hey, he deserved this because this is his karma, which, nobody deserve anything that's heinous as getting drugged. That's attempt murder to me. Like, you don't know what dosage you putting in and how this person would have an adverse effect to whatever you putting in his body, how the outcome will be.
Nobody was mad about it. Yeah. Nobody was upset about it.
I mean, because one, you look at it as a society that, we kind of, it's women, when women always get the short end of the stick. Once they get the upper hand, it's almost like a high five. Like, yeah, and society shouldn't be like that. We should have some kind of moral compass that know that certain things should be paralleled and it should be demonized, or it should be like no one should do this. No one should do it at all, and you shouldn't kind of parallel. Hey, Bill Cosby was drugging people. No, you shouldn't. Both are wrong.
What is that?
They're both equally wrong.
My people are prone for the. But what about? We love the what about. But what about? Ain't got nothing to do with what about. We're talking about this situation right here.
It's wrong, man. It's wrong. It's just absolutely wrong. Any way you slice that pie is wrong.
What you thinking, Ken? What you thinking, man?
So, I kind of got two answers to this. One is I think it's messed up. I can't imagine, being drugged, you waking up, your money gone. You probably wondering if anything else happened to you, because it's always the fear of that. And then, like, Pac-Man said, putting something in somebody's body that they don't know about, that wasn't prescribed. You just never know what's going to happen. So I think it was messed up. I think the reaction to it is I wasn't all that surprised. I wasn't surprised that, one, that she was doing it, and then two, that it wasn't and that it wasn't a severe reaction to it, like as if a man had been doing it to women. Because
they did not care about that. Nobody cared. It was like,
I think it's because who she said she was doing it to. It wasn't like, she was doing it to, like high school boys who was in like the Glee club or something. She was doing it to, she said drug dealers or whatever. So I think that is the other thing, is the victims in a lot of people's eyes aren't your stereotypical victims, right? But I also think that part of that is our fault, men, generally speaking, because we try to always appear to be tough, and we don't we don't want to come off as victims,
as it was seen.
So, and I'll give you a perfect example of this. When I first started working at this job, I was like 23, 24 years old. They had this running joke. They would come up to you and they would be like, do you like camping or whatever? And you like, no, or whatever. And it was like, if you went camping and you woke up and you found and you were violated, okay, would you tell? And then every man would answer no. And then they would say, you want to go camping? So, and the point is,
there ain't no joke, right?
No.
Look, you saw my face like,
get it. But the point of the joke is that no man will tell if they're violated.
I'm telling.
Because we all like, if something happens to us,
like if you go to prison,
like if something happens to us, our code is silence and either get revenge or you not gonna say anything.
Yeah, that's the
so I think right. It's the right, and so I think that's what the issue is, because let's be honest, men, we've made the rules of this society.
Yeah,
so if men aren't viewed as victims, or if it's not looked at a certain way, it's because of our creation. Okay. The culture we've created.
Yeah, we're supposed to be considered the dominant aspect of the spectrum, which is wrong. Like you're right. If we violate, we should tell. It shouldn't be that code of silence. Same as it shouldn't be a code of silence for the streets if somebody get killed.
That was the whole thing that was saying about it, is that no one's gonna admit to being robbed and drugged, like and he got robbed and you got took and stuff like that. No man's gonna come forward and complain about that. Yeah, I personally would complain about it, but
it goes back to the thing when we was talking about very like in many of the shows before about men vulnerability, that we don't know how to express that. If we vulnerable, society won't allow us to be vulnerable. So if you get violated and stuff like that, like truly thinking, would you honestly be like, man, somebody took my manhood in the woods? Let me go out and tell somebody.
Hey, if somebody took my manhood in the woods, not only am I telling, I'm going to show you the part I took off of him. And like,
no, see that
somebody took my stuff.
That's your masculinity he's talking.
I'm gonna pay him back, but no, I'm not gonna just complain. I want to go get him too.
No, let's just say like you see, you put it up. You camping, you drug, you don't know what happened. All you wake up and know you've been violated.
I'm calling the police.
You gonna call the police?
I'm calling the police. I'm calling everybody. I'm calling my wife. Well, I got violated. I'm calling everybody, man. Like for real. I'm not because I want justice to be done for something like that. Like, you're not gonna just do me. I'm gonna be out there and shaking myself in my room at night.
But most men wouldn't.
Yeah, most men wouldn't.
Most men wouldn't. Most men would not say anything.
Of course,
most men would just let that ride out.
Many men who've been in jail. I know many brothers who've been in jail. You know many brothers in jail. How many actually admit they may have been raped or may have been sexually assaulted?
Shit, as a man, dude.
Bro,
do we talk about it?
I never even asked.
Did you get your cookies tossed in jail? No.
You don't even bring up. You don't even have a conversation about that.
I will say this. I remember having a long conversation with somebody who was in jail, and one of the first things he said to me when we were talking about the experience was, the one thing I will say is I did not get raped.
Damn.
That was the first thing.
That's what he has to say.
I believed him, but I wasn't going to ask because, I don't want to put him in a position where he felt like he should lie. But that's just one of those things, man, because especially as Black men, we always feel like there is a need for us to have some sort of machismo, some kind of, macho and standing strong, and to be put or to have it, you be in this submissive position, is something that you feel like you might get ridiculed from, and don't nobody want to hear it.
Why do men feel like they have to not say nothing if something bad happens to them?
Because you don't want to appear to be weak.
Right. That's how the world created this.
That's just black. No, that's just black men.
That's just a social structure.
White men
the same way.
White men same way.
Same way, yeah.
White men same
way. It don't even matter color.
You think white men ain't telling?
No, they're not telling.
I believe they
not. Dude, I've Listen, at work, I've had plenty of conversations with white men about certain things when it comes to this. No, they're not telling you. They was the ones who was doing the joke.
I don't know.
They were the ones who were doing the joke.
Let's not take this and ascribe this to just black people. This is just men.
Yeah, this men in general.
This men in general. Because if you want that
hierarchy, what's about the rape thing? I'm talking about the Cardi B, I got drugged, you took money from me thing.
Oh, they not telling.
They're not telling.
They're not telling, especially in a situation like that.
Yeah, it's no vulnerability want to be had. Think about like House of Cards.
Yeah.
Think about how Kevin Spacey in his position was using sex to solidify his power. Just think about that. His bodyguard. I don't know if you watched it. You remember he took his bodyguard and he took it from his bodyguard.
Hey man, hold on.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey did his bodyguard in House of Cards.
Yeah, in the first season.
What type of show, man?
That was
homosexuality piece. Fam.
That was a wild show.
It was a wild show.
I gotta check that show out, but I'm not for that reason.
but that's just the theme. That was a representative of power that for his bodyguard not to say something.
Yeah,
he did something to him that he know he's not gonna say anything about. Yeah. So
it's definitely a man thing. With the whole Cardi thing, like I said, I wasn't surprised that I don't know if I had already heard the interview before, but when you hear her talk, I mean, she kind of presented as if she lived that sort of lifestyle. I know people, like I know guys who are rich, who've been robbed, by women or whatever, who, they go to a hotel thinking they about to get some, and then, girl pull a gun out on them and rob them.
Wow.
Yeah, I man, believe me, I'm willing to bet that there are plenty of guys, athletes, rich athletes or actors that this stuff has
happen all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure it happens all the time. Because I remember when the guy told us the story, he was like, yo, like it ain't nothing new.
Yeah, that's the mystery around Sam Cooke.
So you got to know that. Yeah. He got. But I'd have to pat him down for every. Oh my Lord, I have my mind thinks like that though. Like I remember before my wife, you meet females online and stuff like that. I'm like, no, you gotta be me in a well-lit place. I ain't coming out south. Meet me downtown. Where you live at? You live where? Oh, how about we meet in the middle or something like that? I don't trust that.
So that was just speaking to the quality of the women that you was meeting.
I'm just saying,
or just in general.
I don't go in very rural areas expecting things because that's just me. I'm sorry.
No, I take that same precaution. It don't matter. I remember going to Atlanta once to meet this girl, and I remember
went to Atlanta.
Yeah, I went to Atlanta to meet this girl, whatever. So I go to Atlanta and I did the same thing. One, stayed in a hotel room, all of that. Wasn't really trying to stay in her house. I text my cousin, hey,
I made it to Atlanta.
If you don't hear from me in a couple of days or whatever, this, that, and the other.
Where did you meet her?
We met on Facebook.
No. When you get to Atlanta, where did you meet her? Like you met her
at my hotel room. At my hotel.
Okay.
Came downstairs type thing. So yeah, had a friend who was there. She gave her the same information, let her know who the person was. Yeah, I mean, I take that same precaution.
Took selfies, everything.
I don't.
Hey, let's take a picture.
At least the least you could do is, if you get God, the least you could do is let them know where to get you. I mean, where to find you, or help them out with the search.
Now that brings up an interesting thing because I may be a little bit reckless about between us three. Because I never think like that. Oh, back in my heyday, I was, not staying a night or, I wasn't drinking water or eating at the house. That's probably
you weren't drinking no water.
Just the most extent. Like, nah,
you can't drink no water.
They probably had Flint water. I don't know. So,
Lord.
But, this probably.
That's probably. I love you, Pac-Man. Pac-Man said, he's like, would you like something to drink afterwards?
No, I'm straight.
I'm straight.
Yeah. But that's probably the extent of my precautions.
Yeah.
I wasn't, texting people like this one, man. But I took those risks, going into rural areas. I don't want to some of the seediest places to meet women.
I have to search the house. I gotta look around my surroundings first before I come in there. I have to know her for a little while. The first time I went to a girl house, I really didn't know her. She had me in an apartment. They were still fixing on the apartment or whatever. Mind you, like some of the other rooms was vacated. Only room that was in there was her room. There was a mattress on the floor.
Oh yeah.
I stood up with my jacket. I wouldn't even take my jacket off. He's like, "Why don't you get comfortable?" Like, nah, I'm straight. I'm good. In fact, you know what? I feel like leaving now. I'm gonna go ahead and just go walk out the door.
So I'm like thinking. So in light of we talking about the Cardi B situation, should men be well equipped for these situations?
Definitely, you should. We should be good.
It shouldn't be one-sided. Women, because we always talk about women
and what they should do different. Yes, and I was going to get to that too.
Yeah, we should start talking about men should do something different too, and be aware of these women so they won't be put in these precarious positions. Right?
I no, we should. We absolutely should. I think that especially if you somebody with means and you are a target out there, you can't just be inviting anybody to your room without some sort of precaution. You can't just be going to anybody's room without some sort of precaution, because like I know of people who've been set up where somebody comes to the room and then they got like dudes waiting.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, it's a lot of precautions.
Yeah,
you just can't.
A lot of those stories.
Yeah, you can't just sit there and just say, "Oh, I'm just gonna do whatever I want to," because you can't get robbed.
Hey, yo, it's IntellectualRadio.com. Pardon our opinions. 708-223-8953. We talking about, should men take care of themselves on a date, man? Should they, should you come to the date with the pistol? I'm coming to the date armed and ready for whatever may go wrong. Condoms in one hand, 45 in the other, ready.
And nunchucks and swords and stuff.
And don't drink the drink. If she
don't drink,
you don't,
she offer you a drink.
Hey, if you don't see it, if you don't see it poured, don't drink. She
just slipped you a Cardi B.
Yeah, that's this. I'm not taking anything off it to me, but
I mean, I cooked you a meal, boo. I'm out.
I'll probably not even eating either. So, and I like eating. I'm probably like,
it's the little things, brother. Yeah. It's the little things.
I don't think I've ever I don't think I've ever eaten at somebody's house for a first date.
I wouldn't eat there. I've had like little things like females tell me, and I'd be like, nah, that's not cool. I wouldn't. Like one shorty had like a plate of food on the floor. That was like a no to me. I was like,
what? I'm gonna tell you something, man.
Shorty had a plate of food on the floor, fam.
I'm so
was
glad,
it a paper plate,
man?
It's a paper plate.
I'm so glad you met your wife.
I would never eat.
I was like, I ain't do. I just left because it kind of grossed me out.
What you mean,
fam?
Yeah, like he gave him a paper plate on the floor, dude. Like I don't even know.
Hey yo,
we should take a whole show.
It was 2 slices of pizza and a plate on the floor when I came in our room. Right, I'm like,
what?
I walked back out, man. I'm like, nah.
And you said the apartment was under construction?
No, this is a different female. You
got too many stories with these.
Hey, I've been out there in this world.
Tell me to save this man.
I'm glad your wife saved you.
I look at my wife is probably the best I've ever. She's very, very classy, very, but
see the Messiah.
I had some rachitos, baby, in my time, fam.
I don't know. They got to be categories that something else because.
Hey, one of them. I ain't talking about like he don't know him biblically, but he knows who she is. He knows.
I don't know. You probably.
My goodness, man!
I will tell you after the show who she is. I will tell you after the show.
I'll probably have a good idea because I ran into somebody.
From this. I'll tell you. I'm telling you. You know her. That's the funny part. The one whose apartment she stayed out south, and like all the rooms weren't done, but it's just like her room. I was like, it just didn't seem right, and I booked out. But you know her. When we go
finish this.
I want to hear this. I can't wait till we get off air. It's not going to be a topic next week, though. I'm sorry.
Hey, brothers, take care of yourself out there with these young ladies. They try to get you too. They got brothers and friends and ex-boyfriends trying to rob you and get you. So you just got to be on your swivel with that there.
Discernment.
Keep your brain on the swivel with that.
Discernment. Everybody got to be discerning. You got to understand the situation.
You got to be safe out there in this world, man. These females will get you.
Yeah, too many people want instant gratification. They want to have sex. You. Come in and getting poisoned, getting your head bust, getting flint water, you getting all that stuff.
They can't get that, man. They wouldn't have got me, fam. Anyway, next subject.
We go next week's show is all about Saul's girls.
Hey, let me tell you something, right, man. And we have a show about the females I have dated and dealt with I need like a 2 or 3 hour joint. Just off the crazy stories alone.
We gonna need a couple of installments.
After crazy story, I've had some crazy stories, fam.
We gonna need some installments.
I've had some crazy stories, but it's okay though. I've lived life, and I mind you, in a term, the stuff that make me still want to mess with them. I'll be like, those are like little dings that tell you don't be doing stuff. But we're gonna move to a more serious subject right now. We lost a very wonderful hip hop artist, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I really was up on his music. I'm not a West Coast fan of music, but I do know that he was a great person. He talked a lot about uplifting his community. I saw a lot of that, uplifting his community, giving back to his community. We're talking about Nipsey Hussle and the passing of Nipsey Hussle. It was a very sad moment. My wife told me it's like about 3 or 4 afternoon. She's like, they just shot him. And my first thing that popped in my head, being the street cat that I am, is who shoots somebody at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Like, what at 3? Who gets shot at 3 o'clock? Like, that's personal. That's a personal thing. And I hated this whole Dr. Sebi thing popped up, and all this is government controversy. And what y'all feel about that? What y'all think?
Oh man, see, this is probably an opinion nobody gonna like, and I try to stay out those type of arguments, and I try not to be a concern.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You have to almost stay out of arguments because everybody's emotional.
Yeah.
And then you brought up last week about how our people just will fight about anything.
Anything.
That's about, like, you have a disagreement. I disagree with you. We cool. Like, I hate your mama. Like, your mother raised an idiot, or you I'd beat you. I'd fight you when I see what, fam.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. You.
That's super crazy.
What's your opinion about it?
My opinion is I'm on the unpopular side of the opinions, and I say this with the caveat: give people their flowers when they are alive, not when they dead.
Very true.
Me personally, Nipsey Hussle was not on my radar. And
he wasn't.
He's not going to be on my radar going forward either. Rest in peace. Sorry for another black man. I know about some of the stuff that he did before, how he uplifted his community. A couple of years ago, he was talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and things like that.
My cousin just got very Isiaka Oluiwu. Ain't no cussing on this show, man. I can't repeat what you just said. He's very emotional F-tards. I don't, what that means. But anyway, go ahead.
Bro. But yeah, so when it got to those things and stuff like that, and especially when they started talking about the Dr. CB and everything like that, and everybody's like emotional, like this guy was outreaching. LA, West Coast, he may have.
Yeah.
I'm from the Midwest. I didn't listen. I never listened to him. Yeah,
he wasn't not like that.
I say if we get in these positions where you got somebody of some type of celebrity, even if apparently he had some of the biggest celebrities as his best friends and riders with him and stuff like that. Because seeing his funeral processions, he had 3 already, and they was like over 100,000 people attending them, and it was all peaceful events. And I congratulate that.
Except for one of them, the vigil wasn't that peaceful. They had like it was a gunshot thing.
One of them they had some kind of static.
Yeah, but when I'm just saying this is just, if this guy's so positive, this stuff gotta spread. It can't be contained where nobody don't know who he is, and we gotta get to the point where we gotta argue and everybody talking about let's do the Nipsey fast and this guy. I'm like, what? Like what? Why are we putting him on this martyr type? Pedestal.
It's social media, man.
Yeah, so everybody talking about, I love Dr.
You see what I said? Malcolm got assassinated. That was controversial. Yeah. King, controversial. Tupac, I feel like Tupac's hit was also a controversial thing. I think he was doing other stuff, and people didn't want to see him do the things he was doing. I personally believe that. Well, we may disagree. I
think Pac wasn't doing enough.
I think Biggie was a definite hit. But Nipsey Hussle was a cool artist, but he wasn't changing. He wasn't on the world level of artist changing.
That was my whole thing. It wasn't world. It wasn't
that deep to be like, he was trying to produce. Somebody brought up. It was really funny about what Michael Moore says a lot of controversial stuff, and he's still alive or something like that. I'm like, it's a little bit different compared to unifying our people would be very detrimental to U.S. of A. I personally think that, but I don't think he was doing that type of thing. But
So my thing with celebrities is that if I don't know you, I feel bad for your family and the people who know who know you.
Kids.
But I hate to say it, it does not move me emotionally one way or the other. And I remember the time, when Michael Jackson died, and Michael Jackson is, like my favorite artist of all time, whatever. But it really didn't move me one way.
You are blasphemous. Michael Jackson died, did not make that wasn't sad to you?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't move.
Wow,
I mean,
man, Akira. The views of Akira are not our views, fam.
Listen, it wasn't sad to me either, and he died on my birthday.
Like, hey, you hearing this right now? He died on my
birthday. So
no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's how I am. It's like if I don't know you personally, I don't move. It does not move me in an emotional way. If you pass away. Now, I feel badly for the people who know you, but just personally, I'm not like, oh my God, this person died.
When they play "Lady in My Life" on the radio,
it just
Niagara Falls, fam. I can't even hold
right. So it doesn't do that to me, right?
Oh my God.
So when he passed away, I was just kind of like, Now I do think it's unfortunate for everybody who is around him and everybody he was affecting with the things that he was doing. I also think it's unfortunate because he was giving an example of what you can do. And, and if you look at it, I mean, he's not somebody who's like extremely rich. He's somebody who, made money and money that he had, he made the best of it. And he was able to do, these things or whatever. So I think that it's unfortunate in that sense of the example that he was setting. What I can't stand.
Go ahead.
Is the arguments over why he died.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm.
You know what I mean? Like everybody can have. I'm good with everybody having an opinion. Some people go with, maybe it was somehow, gang related, lifestyle related, whatever. Some things he did in life came back to haunt him, whatever. And then there's the, conspiracy theories about because of what he was doing, especially with Dr. CB and other things, that the government or somebody got rid of him because of that. Either way it goes, the outcome is the same. That somebody
lost their life.
Right. Somebody lost their life. Somebody who was doing something positive is not able to do it no more.
Last year.
So that's my issue with the whole situation. Is that this thing has somehow still managed to divide Black people on social media.
I saw your frustration with that. I was like, if y'all not following Akira and Pac-Man on Facebook, you are like missing a lot of great information. He was so frustrated with that argument. Like, what is we fighting for now? This shouldn't even be an argument. This shouldn't be an argument where people are like, really, you stupid, you this, or they disrespecting each other over this. My wife pointed out to me the other day, he just slapped somebody like a year ago at an award show.
It wasn't even a year ago. That was a few months ago.
Right. It was viral.
Yeah.
I'm like, fam, he was still.
Who, Nipsey Hussle?
Yeah. He slapped the dude. It was on video.
Yeah.
I said like this. At the end of the day, he was a good guy. He probably was a great guy. But he was plugged. In order for you to be plugged in a gang, you had to put in work. He's wronged somebody or upset somebody in some sense. This right there, the thing that happened with him was somebody who was close enough to get close to him to have an argument. They pulled out a gun and they hit him. This wasn't no drive-by. This was like a shopping mall center. So somebody walked up, hit him, and then moved. This ain't it ain't that deep. We wasn't talking about somebody who was pure in life and didn't bother nobody. He got into it with people. Just like everybody get into it with people. He probably got into it over, like, my biggest one. The one I believe is the business partner. It was like, dude, he cut off business ties with a guy he knew. Like, he didn't want to deal with him no more. And like my wife was like, it wasn't that much money. I said, I know people who would get you over 15,000, 5,000. So if you dude lost money, probably got beef with him. You got to prove your whatever. That's how it happened.
I mean, it's a lot of possibilities. But honestly, I'm just like I hate to say I don't care about all of the possibilities because
Me either.
If it is the conspiracy, so let's just say the conspiracy is true, right? We'll never actually know. Nobody who started the conspiracy is gonna go down for it. If it is this guy who is being arrested for it and may end up getting tried for it, it's not as if he's going to ever really admit that he did it. No. So, I mean, at the end of it all, it's just one big question mark. And the reality is that we could do one or two things. We could sit up here and look at the question mark, or the people who's around him can use his example and put into action and improve ourselves and improve our culture in that way. And if you ain't really trying to do that, or if that's not your goal or whatever, like, then to me, just shut up.
So individuals just try to make their life better should be the goal and stuff like that.
Yes, I think you use this example and you implement some of those things into your life.
Yeah, how do you feel about what Kodak Black did, though?
Yeah, I was going to get to that, but I was just saying, like, man, to me, like these people didn't have the cheat code. They didn't have the cheat code where it's opening up anything for Black people. They selling the same blueprint where Akira doing. You doing something positive for the Black community, opening up a Black-owned business, being the face of a business. You know, maybe going out and speak to anyone. But I just think, like, you know, this is not, whatever he did isn't dying with him. He had enough people that was affluent around him to continue on whatever you need to do. So I don't think all them people are going to die just because of that. And, you know, the CB thing. And I think people need to stop going into that bag and thinking of situations like this.
Yeah, like, stop letting social media dictate.
Because people don't realize in 2015, Vice did a documentary on CB. Like the exact same thing. So nobody at Vice did. Like,
years ago. Years ago.
Yeah, so I mean, but the back to the Kodak thing that you brought up, man, I think that's another thing that's blown out of proportion. You know, and one, it was just a private conversation.
They mad at him, Zach.
They mad, but it was a private conversation that was being taped.
If you don't know what we're talking about, Kodak Black made the comment on social media that in about a year he gonna shoot his shot at Laura London. In about a year. He's like, I'm gonna let her cry it out, then I'm gonna get up with her. So a lot of hip hop artists have been really upset about that. T.I., The Game, and his fake, but The Game is the fakest artist on this planet. I just want to put that out there. But The Game is upset. Big Boy, the radio personality, is upset about it.
Oh, T.I. is upset.
T.I. get upset about everything. T.I. always upset.
Oh, T.I. is upset. Now with that,
Lil Wayne upset about it.
Yeah. So I go to this, and what the core always tell me is that it's not what you say, is how you say it. And it probably wasn't even ill intent about what he said, and those things I can look past. He was having a private conversation, and he was like, "Man, you know."
Was it private? He was going live. He went live.
I don't know. It seemed like somebody in the background was going live on him. Yeah, and he was having this conversation. He was just like, "Whoa, Lauren London look good." She's like, "Man, she out here finna be whole single." She out here whole single. She's like, "Man,
it's the wrong time. Bad time."
I know, man. I was talking about how Lauren London was single. Was gonna be single now and fine. When she was probably last week when dude got shot. Yeah. I'm like, man, Lauren London, she's fine.
I just wouldn't have said it out loud.
So now everybody gonna come after me on that. This is a private conversation.
But it wasn't.
I think it's like what Takora tells me is that it's not what you say, it's how you say these things. I think that beginning of the season, we don't even know the context before that. And a lot of times we get these crop videos online, it's elicit certain responses to things, and we know the whole thing. And he came back and explained everything to him. Yeah. He told T.I., like, bro, you over here talking about what you're gonna do. I'm in Georgia right now. Now you're trying to create friction. Like, no, like, man, he just stated, like, man, she gonna be dating.
He can go to LA for a while.
Yeah, she gonna be dating.
He better not go to LA.
He better not go to LA
for a while.
Like, I saw it. I saw the video. I had to look it up because I seen people commenting on it. And my biggest issue is videotaping everything.
Yeah.
So I think it was important.
Repeat that. Said it again. Man.
Videotaping everything.
Why you got to videotape every last?
I think his comments were in poor taste. Yeah. They were even in more poor taste if he was familiar or if he knew Nipsey Hussle. That's right. So yeah. And I just think that sometimes certain things are just bad timing. Like, I get it. It was a private conversation, but I think sometimes just, you can just leave something alone, right? We as men, we don't always have to think that's vagina we need to get. or something like that. We don't always have to go there. You know what I mean? Like,
think that way.
But it's just like, so that's my problem with it as far as he's concerned. Like, okay, she just lost her husband, and you going there. Like, we don't always have to go there. We don't always have to think about. Right, exactly. So that's my only thing with it. But the biggest problem is the videotaping. So if it was a private conversation, like if we all three wasn't on this radio and we was just in there and we had a whole encompassing conversation about that situation, somebody was like, man, dude, in about a year, like she found this, that, and the other. And it wasn't taped and put on for everybody to see. Wouldn't be nothing wrong with the conversation. We would only know about it. The problem. But he probably knew it was videoed. And my thing is, if he didn't know, that's one thing. The other thing is that if he didn't know, he need to be checking the person who put it out there.
Yeah, but I don't think he was just unapologetic. Yeah, he's like, if I'm videoed or not, this is just me. I can't. He was like, man, y'all getting butthole over everything. Oh, y'all, they finna end this man's life over saying like, hey, Lauren London.
He cannot go.
Yeah, they gonna end this man's life.
He better go to LA.
Yeah, I would go to LA if I was him.
He better not go to LA. How serious is that, man? I understand it's
horrible.
I'm sure it's horrible, but you can end this man's life and say, "Oh, Lauren London, fine. I'm gonna shoot my shot in a year."
But see, here's the thing: is that if he come from that life, right? He's supposed to be hood gangster, right, or whatever, right? If he come, right, he is street cat, right, dude. People die in the streets over the smallest things, and everybody knows respect or the perceived disrespect is a problem. So you can't on one hand live in that and then on the other hand be like, oh, why y'all being so sensitive? Like that's why black men and women die all the time over sensitivity. So I mean, like, dude,
you never lied about that right there, baby.
It's like it's and I'm in agreement. It's something silly to be talking about something you're gonna kill somebody over. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying that's kind of the environment, he kind of put himself in. I wouldn't go to LA if I was him.
He better not go to LA at all.
He the same one that was talking about when Vic Mensa had this Extension. He was like, he from Florida. He's like, no, you can't, you can't come down to Florida no more and stuff like that. So he knows the same thing.
No, but with the Vic Mensa situation,
that was blatant disrespect.
And he doubled down on it in front of his parents.
Yeah.
That's how real Chicago and Vic Mensa.
I don't care though. I don't like Extension either.
But I'm saying that, like, look, you don't even care and use it like, hey, I'll ride with this. But this is just this man. He didn't disrespect Nip and his life or anything like that. He said I only met this man once in my life. He like, there's no disrespect to him. I was just saying
the apology was trash though.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Before we go, IntellectualRadio.com 708-223-8953. Give us a call whenever you want to talk about. We're talking about Cardi B and then we talk about Nipsey Hussle. KFV spot, holler at us, man. Where you at?
4073 West 183rd Street, Country Club Hills, Illinois. We got some Mother's Day specials coming up pretty soon, so look for that. I
ain't bringing my mama to you. You're not gonna.
You can't do nothing.
Hey, look, man, you messing up.
None of the females, man. None of the females.
No females that saw can't get
none of the females in my family can get the vibrations.
the control.
No control vibrations for y'all.
Y'all come get that afterglow.
Yo, man.
Just come on, get that afterglow.
Get those hands.
Just come get these hands.
Yo.
So I don't know
before we go forward, I meant to tell my really good college friend, L'Oreal, she just started a company called All Buttered Up. I forgot to shout her out. She want to come on the show.
What's that?
It's shea butter.
Shea butter?
All right. I like shea butter.
Yeah. It's actually really dope, man. I got something on my beard right now.
Hey, yo. Yeah. It's like different scents or what?
Yeah, it's actually fragrance and it's like it's really good.
Yo, man, put me on to that, man. I love all natural things. I love things about for your body and stuff like that.
Self-care, man. That's
very
get it from the people that we know.
Take care of yourself.
It's called All Buttered Up. You know about it?
No, I don't, but shoot, I can find out about her.
Yo, send me the I don't know.
She said she want to come on the show and talk about it a little bit.
I don't know where that just went.
Or be a co-host. Yeah, right.
I'm all about business. I don't know where that went. I'm a married man. I don't know.
One of the fragrances, she got cool names, and I think when you like sell products, you should have like a catchy name.
Definitely.
Outside, like she got a fragrance called, which is my favorite right now, Just Friends.
Fam.
Yeah, buttercream. Come get me. Like come
get me.
She might as well just call that friend zone.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, is she watching? I hope she's watching.
I don't know if she's watching, but
hey, girl, what you out here selling, girl?
Yeah, tell her come on the show.
Yo, she want to come on. In fact, not just her, Okira. People got good stuff. We really did just talk about it. You know, we want to let you know and shout out your good things you got going on. All right.
But yeah, so all right. What else? What were you just saying about him?
We talked about Nipsey. We finishing up with Nipsey and stuff like that.
It's unfortunate.
We got about 5-6 minutes left to go. The election is over.
Wow, to that.
What y'all think?
I'm not living in Chicago, so I really don't care.
Hey, it's crazy that Lightfoot, who didn't have previous political ties, ever ran for office, won every.
Can I get every.
No, wait.
Real quick. Hold on, real quick.
Every. Go ahead.
My sister Kubarat just said for her birthday, I should get her a massage at Okira's shop as a birthday gift. No, thanks, appreciate it. You may finish that.
Go tell us.
Inbox me. Inbox me.
I got you.
I even give you a discount because you saw a sister.
I got you.
Get those
horrible.
heads.
That's horrible. Lori Lightfoot, please.
Well, she won every county in Chicago, every single ward, everything.
Do you both live in Chicago? You live in Chicago?
I do not. I live in.
So you live in
Chicago. So it's just me. So
yeah,
you don't. Yeah.
So it's just like every ward, like every single. It was just Lightfoot.
I'm trying to learn more about her because I want to know more about her stance. All you do is hear about is that she's gay. You hear about she's married to a white woman, and that she supported the police and different things. But they say she's also about locking up bad police and stuff like that and firing bad police.
Yeah, so she was.
I can learn more.
She was a top litigator in Chicago.
Okay,
and she was pretty tough, but I think the biggest thing is that she was supporting most of the stuff that was going on with the police, and that's what a lot of people didn't like. But that didn't trump what Periwinkle was doing. So,
what was she doing? I know she was taxing a lot.
Well, the biggest thing is if you're a true Chicagoan, you'll know that the biggest knock against her that she got Stroger up out of the office, and everybody loved Stroger. That was the biggest thing.
She did?
Yeah, she got him up out of it and pretty much took his seat. Then a couple of other things she did. You know, a lot of people hate the sugar tax, the bag.
She did do the bag tax. That was her. Yeah, it was her.
Tax. You know, other couple of things she had. I think she had ties into. You know, what else she had ties? I think she had some ties into the cameras. I'm not too sure she had any say so in that, but I think that's probably a big knock on her as well. But I think she would have been good for infrastructure for education in Chicago.
Education is a big thing in Chicago.
Being a former teacher, I think she would have been beneficial for that because we got pretty much like a top 3 worst school system in the United States. So
yeah, that school system is not. I don't know if anybody's
school systems really suck.
I don't know if anybody's ever any one of y'all ever spent time in one of these classrooms, but I have.
Oh man, I know.
It is.
I have.
It is not
beautiful people in my family who are teachers. Shout out to my cousin who's a principal of a school. Shout out to his wife who's also a teacher. Shout out to my sister-in-law who's a teacher. So she tells me about her horror stories all the time about no security, no safety. These children are they are melding them together, different communities. So different communities come with different issues. It's just they out there fighting a good fight out there, man.
Yeah, it's interesting when you talk to teachers, you be like, wow, okay, I see why y'all get all that time off.
They get time off, Jack,
but they need that time off. I'm telling you, because I have not met one teacher who did not appear to be stressed as heck. Or it's like they either stress as heck, and a lot of them are like functioning alcoholics. Like I know teachers who pretty much almost every day they either go home and drink wine or go out and drink.
It's the trauma that the children are bringing with them to schools. The teacher have to suck that up, and they can't teach to all the kids who are trying to teach to, because you're dealing with a lot of these traumatic babies who are going through a lot of trauma in their classrooms.
Yeah, PTSD.
There's no proper security to help, like filter out the ones who are trying to learn compared to ones who are just causing that ruckus in them classrooms. Yeah. Children are jumping in these teachers' faces, attacking teachers.
Yeah. You got these schools like Takora is an administrator at Marshall, and she said they operating without 8 teachers. I think she told me 8 teachers.
Wow,
for a whole year, like 8 teachers not in. So they got to deal with subs covering classes, and they're doing like 30 or 40 students per class. And,
and if you a sub, you just basically saying read this or do that, and leaving it at that, and just trying to survive the day.
My next level for my education would probably be special education. That's what I'm looking more into, and helping to teach in the schools in Evanston and stuff like that.
That's underutilized too. Yeah. My child mom, she.
Hey yo, I just got the helicopter, so you know what that means, fam. Thank you all for joining us today. We're gonna do more things this coming year. We gotta get some guests going. We gotta get some stuff on here. What's up?
Yeah, KNV Spot 40, 73 West 183rd Street. We have some Mother Day specials that's gonna be we're gonna put out this week. And some other specials going on. We got a referral program and everything. So a lot of that's coming out this week. I think this week we have a lash class as well, Sunday. So we'll be posting about that as well.
That's love.
Hey y'all, don't be afraid to come up here and add y'all opinions. Stop on the page, Pardon Our Opinions. You can put it up in the search bar. The page will come up. Like the page, comment what you like. If you got any topics you want us to discuss, add it on. We need to get this more interactive. I know a lot of our friends do come on our lives and talk to us. But stay classy, y'all. We love y'all.
We are.
Spread love. Don't let it go. Don't let you go. I must admit, girl, I'm nervous. It's kind of hard to